I call the honourable member Ian McKelvey.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Firstly, I might take a moment to congratulate Sue Moroney on drawing yet another lucky number. She's been busy on Members' Day ever since I've been in this House. Yeah, we might get a bit of luck there too, Sue, mightn't we? Not far from the Melbourne Cup now. Mr Speaker, this bill, the Giving Privacy Commissioner the Necessary Tools Amendment Bill, does touch on some areas that are of great importance and interest to all New Zealanders. And like people in many countries worldwide, the new age of technology has led to some issues with security breaches not necessarily or previously experienced and certainly not desirable. Some of the discussion, of course, has taken place during the recent discussions on the Ticker Bill, introduced to enable our law enforcement agencies to operate in the new era, an increasingly complex and testing area to understand, as members opposite have demonstrated in the past few weeks. Mr Scott Wilson-Simpson has spoken at length on the reasons we are not able to offer support to this bill, so I will merely agree with everything he's said and get on with matters of interest to us all. Andrew Little then talked about show us what you've got. Well, Mr Speaker, I went and got a copy of this bill. And if that's all we've got, we ain't got much. It's a page. It's a page, Mr Speaker. He then went on to talk about some other nefarious stuff with respect to show us what you've got. I didn't believe any of it. He then, Mr Speaker, got mismothered to some extent and started talking about the Minister of Justice. And in fact, what a wonderful job she has done of that portfolio in her time in it. So I thought, really, Mr Speaker, that Andrew Little did a great job. Trevor Mallard's performance, on the other hand, Mr Speaker, Trevor Mallard's performance tonight has me wishing the America's Cup was still running. Now that we certainly got a lot more done during the running of those Cup finals, and I did quite enjoy the House on that couple of weeks, Mr Speaker. Mr Ockendval then got up, made an outstanding speech about this bill, then started talking about the black gold, and I really thought he'd joined the Greens for a minute, but we were saved by that, Mr Speaker, because they then got up and started talking about the GCSB bill, and they tell us that the Privacy Commissioner is underfunded. Well, I understand, Mr Speaker, that the government raised another $1.8 billion today. Should alleviate some of the problem with our funding of issues throughout New Zealand. So, Mr Speaker, with those few words, I'm afraid I can't support this bill and I will resume my seat.
Mr Speaker.
I call the honourable member Dennis O'Rourke.
Mr Speaker,